out front, Adam LZ in that chase position. Like I said, welcome to pro competition, Adam LZ. Here you go, Chris Forsberg coming into that front clip. Brings it right around. Masterclass there, filling that third outside zone, transitions into that final outer zone. Adam LZ comes in a little later. But Adam just definitely has that J-way. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, initiate. Boom. Whoa, look at that roost. Absolutely gravel machine gun. Forsberg steers clear of that. That was absolutely off track, and that wasn't just a little toe dip. That was a cannonball into the dirt as Adam LZ with big angle in that outside zone. Chris Forsberg does mimic it there towards the end. Forsberg, we'll see if he brings that X factor, but both very smooth drive. Look at that simultaneous initiation as Chris Forsberg brings into that first outside zone. There goes Michael Essa, silky smooth. Wide swing, then brings it in, takes out that front clip, both of them really shallow there. Now into that third outside zone, Chris Forsberg tucking into that Achilles tire smoke trail, and then into that outside zone for, you can see why these drink Nissan 370Z on next-gen tires as Essa, whoa, look at that, Essa throws it hard into the side of the 370Z, does not hit him. When I say throw hard, just aggressive initiation, wraps it around that front clip, both of them wrapping around. You can see Michael Essa just barely nick it. Now coming into that final outside zone, there's Forsberg riding the edge, and Michael Essa loops it. Up garage, GT Radial S15 initiates. Chris Forsberg, oh, look at that, getting into the dirt quickly as Taguchi approaches that second outside zone. Chris Forsberg, NOS Engineering 370Z, center punches that inside clip. Interesting line here from Taguchi, transitions into that fourth and outside zone. Taguchi fills all of it. Chris Forsberg pedals back just a little bit, gains composure. Chris Forsberg out front, Taguchi in the chase position, initiating. Whoa, Taguchi getting right next to him, tucking into formation. Chris Forsberg, massive angle there. Taguchi has to back off. He center punches that front clip. Love that initial initiation. He's taken the cone home as a souvenir into that outside zone. Chris Forsberg brings it all the way home. Ryan, you pointed at the screen. What did you see on energy? Yo, dog, I heard you like energy. That's why I put energy in your energy. As Chris Forsberg throws it down, Frederick Aasbo mimicking the angle. Look at that early transition by Frederick Aasbo. Chris Forsberg with a wide swing, does have to correct. Frederick Aasbo does the same. Man, Frederick Aasbo is sweating Forsberg into that final outside zone. Aasbo overshoots it, pressure being applied. Ryan, a different dynamic here with Aasbo driving this Toyota Supra down, and how Forsberg reacts to this brand new car, because he hasn't gotten a lot of track experience with it, and a big gap there between Aasbo and Forsberg. I'm wondering if Forsberg's running 100% here as brings it around that front clip. Aasbo massive, there it is. Forsberg shuts it down. I think he's got an issue here. So unfortunately for Forsberg, I think he might be having an issue. Don't know if it's steering. Tyler Nelson will get chase here. Initiating in that first outside zone very early as Tyler Nelson tucks in behind that Nexen tire smoke. Both these guys on Nexens now tightening up to that first front clip. Just kissing it here. Now to that third outside zone for Forsberg. Oh, Nelson risking it. Risking it all for the victory. But was it too much? Look at that, shredded some back bumper there. Oh man, it was all Cobra. In that first outside zone, a lot of dirt being thrown up there by Nelson. Forsberg following him. There we go on that front clip, gets thrown off line, and that's what we're talking about. Whoa, massive angle there by Nelson. Now into that outside clip. Oh, looks like Forsberg loses a taillight on that exchange, Ryan. Wow. DC Racing 4 Performance Mustang RTR Spec 5D will give chase, initiating in that first outside zone, transitioning in the second outside zone, approaching that first inside clip, dialed in, both of them avoiding it, not even hitting it, filling that third outside zone, and now into that final fourth outside zone. And Chelsea DeNofa overshoots, does exceed the edge of the track as Chris DeNofa initiates into that first outer zone. Big angle, there's the three-wheel motion. Haven't seen that in quite some time. A plume of smoke coming off Chelsea's vehicle. Big wide swing for Chelsea DeNofa. Chris Forsberg comes back, punts that center front clip, and now in that last outer zone, Chris Forsberg applying the pressure, makes some noise. Woo! I was like nervous to flick there from DeNofa. Big angle from Chelsea out front. Chris Forsberg falling back quite a bit, maybe getting lost in the smoke. A tighter line there from Forsberg, way shallow on that front clip from Chris. DeNofa filling all that third outside zone. And here comes Chris on that fourth, and he loses it on the transition. And DeNofa delivers out front, Ryan.
Well, this time it looks like Chris gets caught up right before outside zone number 2, and it puts him on a tighter line than maybe
on. This is Chris Forsberg and Tyler Nelson. Forsberg initiates into the bank. That VR Power 370Z, sticking it to the wall. Very familiar with this course. Wow, look at Tyler Nelson sticking it to Forsberg. Tyler Nelson hanging right on the side of the Z. Wow, lunges to the side of Forsberg. Great transition. Nelson, oh, wow. Very aggressive Nelson. Looks like he shoves him into the wall. Woo, just moments ago. Nelson initiates, Forsberg initiates as well. Looks like Chris maybe giving himself a little bit of distance here, having not gone against each other. Nelson, a FD rookie, now coming off the bank into the power alley. Nelson with that wide swing, shredding that back bumper and going over the NOS Energy Drink 370Z. Now whips it around into that last outside zone. Nelson does not get all the way out there. And I think that was a smart approach from Forsberg. I don't think that was an inactive chase. Here we go. Forsberg across the nose of Matt Field. Quickly getting to the side of Chris's car is Matt Field. High on the bank. Look at this. Let's see how they handle the power alley. Forsberg hanging it out to dry. Coming into the power alley. Quick little yank of the brake. And then Field drops right in. Wrapping it right around that front clip. Into that final outside. Oh, it looks like Forsberg comes up short. And Frederick Aasbo. Field initiates really hard into that bank. Nice job by Matt Field pulling away that supercharged Corvette. Now let's see how he handles the power. Oh, look at this. Looks like Matt Field. What happened there? Do we have contact with the wall? Let's take a look at that again, but Forsberg gets thrown off. Forsberg might have gotten a little bit of a gift there, but I'll tell you what, Forsberg has had tons of contact today between, earlier we saw him go against Tyler Nelson. He hit him, he hit the wall. Here we go, Field gets into the other side of this thing in the chase position. But one more time battle. Forsberg initiates. High on the bank, you can see those banners being blown around. Oh, and Forsberg with a massive correction, reinitiates. Some issues happening between Forsberg. Looks like he dips out, saves his car.
Put the hand out the window.
Yeah, he's just saying, I'm out. Oh, man, that could have been really hairy. Wondering what's going on there. Failed on the mid-bank on the wall. Thank you, Biddies. Appreciate that. Here we go. Chris Forsberg going to lead. Eve Meyer giving chase. Forsberg high on the bank. Eve Meyer, need you higher, need some more angle, bud. As Forsberg comes on down into the power alley. Little yank of the brake. Oh, and Eve Meyer tapping the wall. Great looking Latesso BMW. Forsberg into that final zone, and there is that small little glimmer of a decel there. I saw Chris kind of come to a, not a halt. Meyer will lead. Forsberg giving chase. We said that crank sensor issue, swapping out the alternator, and hopefully both vehicles are 100%. Eve Meyer initiates into the bank. Mid-line there on the bank for Eve Meyer out front. Forsberg in the chase, coming through the power alley into that second outside zone, now into the third. Eve Meyer brings it around that front clip. Now transitions into that last outside zone. Boys. All right, there. Oh! Dai Yoshihara, hard hit.
Holy smokes.
Dai Yoshihara rolls down as Chris Forsberg will continue through the course. As long as he continues kind of laying out here, want to make sure that Daijiro's okay. That was a hard hit, Ryan. I don't think there was any contact. Just want to make sure that Dai's okay. That was a really hard hit. Now that NOS energy drink, Nissan 370Z. Listen and watch. Initiates. High on the bank. Forsberg ripping. Vaughn Gittin Jr. dipping down a little bit low. Oh, very low. Almost exceeding all of Chris Forsberg's Nissan into that third outside zone. Oh, wow, Vaughn Gittin Jr. lunges to the side. Barely just backs off as Chris Forsberg brings it across that final outside zone. Great battle, these guys. Great friends off the track, but you know what? It's season. We like to get up there. Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiates. Chris Forsberg backing down quite a bit now. Vaughn, that thing is gripping up. Rip it and rip it. Vaughn Gittin Jr. flying through that power alley. Chris Forsberg doesn't make it to the outside zones. Now he gets that proximity. This is where he's gonna shine here. Vaughn Gittin Jr. and Chris rolling through. Holy cow. Woo! Ooh. And here we go. Forsberg out front. Vaughn Gittin Jr. in chase position. Chris with a massive early initiation. There's Vaughn with that great proximity. Saw from him earlier. And Vaughn Gittin Jr. falls down a little bit here on the bank. Ryan Lantain hooting and hollering here. And look at this, into that third outside zone. Vaughn Gittin Jr. right there on the door of Forsberg. Transitioning down in that last outer zone. Filling it. Goes Forsberg. Vaughn just a little bit short. See if Chris Forsberg and his spotter got some notes. And there you go. See, you can see Vaughn pulling away. Not too bad, not as bad. And look at Forsberg riding high on the bank. Not a lot of proximity, but again, holding that pace into the power rally. Gets that second outer zone into the third. Vaughn Gittin Jr. There's that proximity there, transitioning now into that last outside zone. Vaughn slides it in, and Chris Forsberg in tow. Ryan, another one, really splitting hairs. No contact was made. Decent on the layout. Listen to this VR powered 370Z. Bob Ross. Blackout, who's coming out on top? Chris Forsberg initiates. Past that front foot, taking that thing out into that second outer zone. Chris Forsberg really foregoing that into that outside zone. Definitely want to take a look at the replay here. Forsberg, massive angle all the way to outside zone. Tuerck didn't get out there. Kind of got thrown off there, Ryan. Can't see, we'll take a look at the replay. Who hit the around the world? Ryan Tuerck initiates into that first outside zone, into the second outside zone, past that front foot, into the second outside zone, through that power rally, delivering. There's Chris Forsberg right to the door of that gum out. Toyota Race, Toyota Corolla hatchback. Ryan Tuerck, our current points leader. And his good friend Chris Forsberg going toe-to-toe, wheel-to-wheel. Make some noise. Give it chase. Here we go. Forsberg into that first outside zone. Transitioning past that front flip into the second outside zone, through that power alley. Forsberg pulling away, and Vaughn Gittin Jr. lunges forward, now to the side of him, into that sweeper. Forsberg, and Gittin goes into the side of Forsberg. Staying in it. Here we go, Vaughn Gittin Jr., Chris Forsberg. Chris says, he feels more confident than ever in this vehicle. Vaughn Gittin Jr. past that first front flip, into that second outside zone, through the power alley. Chris lets him by, and there goes Chris Forsberg into the side of Vaughn Gittin Jr. Look at this, tit for tat. Woo! Look at this, all Drift Alliance battle. Oh, doctor, look at this. An all Drift Alliance battle. That was sick. Oh, man, I feel like this out of the gate. Here we go, Forsberg in lead position, transition. Mohan off that first outside zone, now into the second, through the power alley, into that third outside zone. Ooh, Mohan gets in the dirt, straightens out. Unfortunately, Mohan, the menace, making a mistake, and Mohan rips through the rest of the course. And here we go, coming to that first outside zone. Mohan initiates. Past that front clip. Power alley executed very well by Mohan. Look at Forsberg jumping to the side of Mohan. That is a decel zone, but Forsberg, see him back off and then regain that proximity, crossing the finish line. And unfortunately, the handle is going into that first outside. Whoa! What? That was very unorthodox. That was an interesting initiation there, Ryan. And
very unexpected.
That was weird, and I'm wondering if, because I got to look at it again.
In the lead position.
Odivachi's initiating that first. That thing is absolutely unfortunate to get past the coaching and not to stand into that power alley, now into the third outer zone at the beginning of the sweeper. You can see that Forsberg staying outside of that smoke trail, just keeping it legal. Good job there. And it looks like it's unfortunately over for Odie with that contact. and the spin and the hit on the first. Chris will lead, Dai give chase. Chris inches outside zone. Let's see how he handles that front clip. Oh, Dai Yoshihara center punching that front clip, now coming into that big sweeper and that third outside zone. Ryan, I wonder if the conditions are changing. Look at Dai Yoshihara hunting them down right there on the door of Forsberg.
All right, so grade 8 battle here.
Chase. All right, throwing it in. There goes Dai Yoshihara. Now past that front clip, both of them wrapping around it. A lot cleaner line there from Dai Yoshihara. Whoa, big transition there as Forsberg, look at that, you see that decel area, kept his composure. Almost got out of shape there, but Chris Forsberg gained his composure and then threw it right back at him. So we'll see if fun takes him to the top. Here we go. LZ leading, Forsberg giving chase. In that first front clip, transitioning around. Both of them really wrapping around tightly around that front clip. Now into the sweeper, into that third outside zone. You see LZ turn on the smoke machine. A little wavering there by LZ, pouring some more angle on it. And Forsberg chasing him down across. And LZ, who's going to the finals to go against Vaughn Gittin Jr. Forsberg pulling away, showing a little seniority here, a veteran from Formula Drift Pro Championship. Chris Forsberg into that sweeper. LZ, you can see him slowly gaining ground, getting to the side of Chris Forsberg. Make some noise for Adam LZ and Chris the Force Forsberg.
Well, Chris gets a good jump out of the gate. Let's do some analysis here.
Will lead, Forsberg giving chase, initiated in that first outside zone. A big gap already established as Vaughn Gittin Jr. comes to that power alley. Now powered over into that sweeper. You see Forsberg get to the side of the Ford Mustang of Vaughn Gittin Jr. Now he pulls away a little bit, good angle there from Vaughn, crossing that finish line, and both of them straighten out. Forsberg out of the gate, goes in that first outside zone, throws it in, drills all that outside zone. Now past that front clip, as he gets out of that second zone, look at Forsberg pulling away from Vaughn Gittin Jr. to that third outside zone, bringing it all the way around. Look at the separation here, Ryan, as Vaughn Gittin Jr. gives himself a bit of a buffer, initiating into that first outer zone. Vaughn Gittin Jr. puts it in. Now past that front clip, through that power alley, little correction there for Vaughn Gittin Jr. And Chris Forsberg comes out of the smoke. Right there on the door of Vaughn Gittin Jr. Through the sweeper goes Vaughn and Chris. Massive angle from both the drivers. Well done by Vaughn Gittin Jr. and Chris. We got a clean start. Initiated into that first outside zone. Goes Forsberg. Showing all the zone. Both the drivers through past that front clip. Vaughn Gittin Jr. exploded. Coming to the power alley. Vaughn Gittin Jr. Look at that. The monster. Woo! Goes into Chris Forsberg. And Chris Forsberg continues on as Vaughn comes to a halt. And Chris Forsberg continues through the course. And Vaughn Gittin Jr. with the contact comes to a halt. And look at that thing, battered, bruised, shaken, not stirred. Say that word.
Yeah, well, you know, every time I say something can't happen, it happens, so.
Exactly. All right, well, again, this is Forsberg. It might look like his comp car. It was intended to be that way. This is his party car. He's driven at Grid Life. He's driven at just at a lot of different events, but this is not his competition car. If you're just tuning in, Chris the Force Forsberg, who is in contention for the championship, sitting in third place, coming to this round, has popped his VR-powered 370Z, the GTR engine vehicle. He Forsberg with his buy run. So I think he got gifted this. He had a buy run on Friday, and just the way the chip is drawn, Aasbo pulled the chip, and the way it fell, we had 5 total buy runs here on round 8. And Chris Forsberg, because of where he's at, he gets a buy run. Here we go, the NOS energy drink, Nissan S14. I'm so used to saying 370Z, the S14. Now again, this was a vehicle that he got the keys from Matt Field, and this has an LS supercharged and a gang of nitrous. We'll see how he hangs when he goes head to head, and the potentiality of who he'll go against, Odie Bakshis or Jonathan Castro.
Well, this is the first kind of public look that us and the fans are getting as Chris runs through the finish line here. Not too shabby. You don't know how much he's putting into it there, but obviously a very...
And here we go, Forsberg. Coming to that big bank, initiates. High on the bank, here comes Odie right there to the side of him. Look at that, Odie nearing the angle. Let's see how the transition goes. That front clip, a quick, snappy one. Now into the inner bank for Forsberg. Big angle, cannot shake Odie. Wherever Forsberg goes, Odie is right there. Now coming around to that final outside zone. Getting all the way out to those pylons, but like I said earlier, analogously speaking, here we go. Odie initiates, pulling out all the stops. Big angle there from Odie, and he's pulling away on Forsberg. Now he's going to transition here on that front clip, and into that inner bank goes Odie. Looks like Forsberg does gain some ground here. Overshooting, staying long there on the outside zone is Forsberg. About the third hash mark on that inside clip. Now out to that outside zone, Odie, and look at that, Forsberg jumps inside of him. But again, just kind of back and forth. Wow. All right.